The period 1860-75 saw the government taking more and more action on public health, culminating in the Public Health Act of 1875. There were several reasons why the government began introducing more public health measures. First, the summer of 1858 in London, a time remembered as the Great Stink. Imagine the unbearable odor of sewage from the River Thames, magnified by the heat, becoming so overwhelming that even the Parliament could not meet. A lack of proper sewers and drainage had halted Britain's capital to a standstill. Second, around the same time, the beliefs of Edwin Chadwick and John Snow were getting significant validation. Louis Pasteur's germ theory, published in 1861, proved their assertions correct. The link between unhygienic living conditions and disease became more widely understood and accepted. Third, just 5 years later, the cholera outbreak of 1866 ravaged towns that had ignored the recommendations of the Public Health Act of 1848 to improve water supplies, sewerage, and rubbish collection. It was a stark reminder of the consequences of neglecting public health measures. Finally, in 1867, a significant political shift occurred. For the first time, many working-class men were given the right to vote, making up half of the electorate. Now, politicians had to strive to improve the lives of the poor in order to win their votes. All these factors led to a willingness among the populace to pay, through taxes, for public health reform. This set the stage for more action from the government on public health, culminating in the Public Health Act of 1875. The Sanitary Act of 1866 had already mandated town councils to inspect water supplies, drainage, and sewerage. The Artisans' Dwelling Act of 1875 allowed councils to demolish slums and build better homes. But it was the Public Health Act of 1875 that brought the most significant change. For the first time, local authorities were compelled to appoint medical officers to monitor health. Health and sanitary inspectors were assigned to inspect public health facilities. Local authorities were also given more powers to raise taxes to provide and maintain clean water supplies, build and maintain sewers and drains, and remove rubbish. For the first time, these measures were made compulsory. The act was far more comprehensive than the 1848 Act had been. The years from 1875 to 1905 began to see the impact of the measures within the Public Health Act of 1875. The passing of the act was significant in itself, marking a turning point in the history of public health. So, what have we learned from this historical journey? The importance of public health measures in history cannot be overstated. From the Great Stink of 1858 to the cholera outbreak of 1866, we've seen how neglecting public health can have dire consequences. The Public Health Act of 1875 was a significant milestone, making it compulsory for local authorities to take action on public health issues. This act set the groundwork for the modern public health system we have today. So remember, public health is not just about personal well-being, it is a collective responsibility that shapes the course of history.